Good morning, HC, Hector, Tonya. Let's see. There we go. Let's got the Facebook going. All right. Good morning, Perry. Welcome, everybody. Hope you guys are doing all right. We got Marie from Hertfordshire in the UK. That's cool. Whereabouts in the UK is that? Let me know in the comments where you're watching from, guys. It's always cool. It's always cool to see like where people end up, where the algorithms are bringing people from all across the world. If this is your guys' first time here in the live, welcome. So specifically, we're going to talk about GLP-1 meds, using these medications correctly, using them the right way so that you guys are set up for success. To me, that's what it's all about. It's all about being set up for success, like long term, maintaining your weight loss for the rest of your life. That's what I want for you guys. Good morning, Tammy from Texas. I want you guys to maintain your weight loss for the rest of your life. I want this to be the last weight loss program you ever have to do. And there's strategy, right? There's a lot of strategy for that to be possible, I think the biggest thing that I see is, let me fix this phone, actually. Let me do this. That's better. I think one of the big things to be successful long term really just starts from the beginning of your journey and what sort of mindset you have about the plan. Like what's your plan, right? How are you going to move forward? What is your approach towards lifestyle? I think a lot of people get this mixed up. How important is resistance training? How important is the fasting? How important is the keto? And then, of course, using the right peptides. Using the right peptides to aid in your success. Good morning. Does Lexapro affect Mounjaro? So, in general, these types of medications can cause weight gain. So these types of medications can, and in many cases do, impact your long-term success. And many times they do impact your long-term success with weight loss. Lady, you're going to have to talk to Talon because I think one of those accounts got banned again. Oh, it's so crazy. TikTok is just no fun. Perry, good morning. I have a question about Sloop. I know it might be a silly question, but I never notice or feel anything while you're on it. There's a lot of peptides that you take that you're not going to notice, what you feel on it or feel anything on it. So that's just kind of how that works with peptides. Marky, I would just like to thank you for all your help and support. You are great. Fantastic, man. Or Marie, I'm glad that this information's been helpful to you. Gave Papa the pig, I don't know what that means, or 250 micrograms of, didn't feel anything, so gonna start with 5. Okay. So you're going to bump up the dose of your Sloop. That makes sense. I think that's a good plan. Let's see. Hello, Marita from South Africa. Welcome. Good morning, Ocean. How are you, my friend? I'm on Monjaro, 7.5. I have a really bad back. Looking for a peptide to take to help my journey. Any help would be great. Yeah, I mean, this is the Wolverine peptides. So you got a bad back, you got some issue. The BPC 157 TB500 is a good peptide stack to promote healing, the growth of new blood vessels, the delivery of blood to the areas that need healing. So that's the peptide stack that we would recommend for you. Is it frozen for? Are you guys having any issues on watching me on the TikTok side? Let me know in the comments. Is there any issue? Really? It's frozen on your side? Interesting. What about on YouTube? Is the connection smooth on YouTube right now, or are you guys, is it freezing up over there too? Let me try exiting the TikTok live and then re-entering. Let's do that. Try that. Okay, so the tube is working fine, but TikTok was not working good. That's good to know. Okay, so what are my favorite peptides to stack with GLP-1s? This is a big one. Understanding these peptides are crucial to ensuring that you're successful long term. So let's see, what is this real quick? Okay. So I think the most important stack for the peptide side, there's a lot, right? It depends on what your goal is. See, when you're on a GLP-1 medication, either you need to reduce inflammation or you need to improve metabolic flexibility. And honestly, you probably need to do both. And then you might need to protect muscle mass. So the peptides that you stack to your GLP-1 medication should be a little tailored towards what's your biggest need. What's the biggest area that you're struggling with on your GLP-1 journey? So for a lot of you, the issue is, and this is, if you have PCOS, if you're in menopause, your insulin levels are elevated, right? So when insulin levels are elevated, inflammation drives that. Your body can't burn fat. Your body has a difficult time burning body fat. So this is why I like adding AOD 9604, and this is why I like adding Sloop 332. So these peptides actually promote fatty mobilization, the breakdown of fat, and the availability of fat to burn when your body wants to burn fat. Well, when does your body want to burn fat? Fasting. And this is why therapeutic fasting, to me, is so beneficial. Therapeutic fasting is going to lower insulin levels. You're going to have a lot of healing benefits from the fasting. But the way that you make the fasting effective is by mobilizing your fat stores. So mobilization of fat This is what you can accomplish with the AOD 9604 and the Sloop 332, only two threes. Let's see. What are your thoughts on staying on GLP-1 medications for life? Has your perspective changed over time? It has a little bit. I think most people are going to find out that they need to microdose the medications to maintain their weight loss. I think most people are going to figure out that they need to microdose, in the best case scenario, microdosing to maintain. This is why standard protocols are calling for people to maintain larger doses, right? So most people need larger doses. Good morning, Christina. Most people need larger doses of the medication in order to maintain their results, right? They think obesity is a chronic, irreversible disease, and I do think it's chronic. I do think it's progressive. I do think it's not an easy thing to fix, but it's not irreversible. It's not irreversible. And so because of this, the mindset needs to shift. And if you can, this is what we do every single day. We help people beat this, and through specific lifestyle interventions. So anyways, that's kind of how I look at that. Is it okay to have one slice of carbonate bread from Costco? Not sure if you've seen it. A slice of bread is not going to end your life. No. If you're in the keto phase, it's obviously going to keep you from going into keto, right? So I would consider that a cheat meal. I would consider that a meal that deviates from what the plan is, and then you just slip right back into the plan. You've mentioned all the things to do before going up on the tirzepatide dose, but if you're in a stall, but after you've tried all those things, what do you recommend next? Going up to 0.5. So there is a time and a place to increase your dose, right? We're not opposed to increasing doses when you need to. And 0.5 is certainly still within that range that you might need. 0.25 just might not be enough. So I would make that decision based off of the food chatter, the presence of the food chatter, and the potential struggle that you might be experiencing. Are you experiencing food chatter control? Is it starting to slip away? Are you starting to have more cravings? Are you starting to lose control? Is your nutrition not under your control? If that's the case, then that's when you look at increasing the dose. Good morning, John. How are ya? Somebody was asking about retatrutide. I can't find their question. Lost it. All right. Yes, you can stack these peptides that we're talking about with your GLP-1 med. So stacking AOD 9604, stacking Sloop 332 is going to enhance your results, is going to help you mobilize fat stores. So when you get into therapeutic fasting, you're going to get better results. I'm not sure about the availability on the UK side. What's your take on the carnivore diet? I think the carnivore diet is a great short-term tool. It's a great short-term tool to reduce inflammation, to remove potential autoimmune triggers, and to promote healing. I think after 3 to 6 months of going on a strict carnivore diet, we can then assess how's your health, how's your mental state, right? How are you doing on a carnivore diet? And then make a decision whether we want to start reintroducing foods. I have a question about arthritis because all the meds they give you are downright terrible. I agree with you, my friend. I do. Are there any peptides that could be taken instead of the medication? So potentially. I mean, first of all, what type of arthritis are we talking about? Are we talking about rheumatoid arthritis, some sort of autoimmune driving your arthritis, or are we talking about just osteoarthritis? Because they don't really prescribe medications for osteoarthritis. It's just they just tell you to take pain meds, you know, and have a nice day. But I'm assuming you're talking about autoimmune. And with the autoimmune situation, we look at fixing and improving your autoimmune disease, right? How do we do that? We have to calm down the immune system, and we have to reduce inflammation. So in addition to your GLP-1 medication, which by the way, your tirzepatide, your semaglutide might be a really good start to your arthritis. And so in addition to tirzepatide, semaglutide, low dose naltrexone for autoimmunity. So low dose naltrexone is like microdosing naltrexone. It is very potent. And so I'm a big fan of that, of naltrexone. And then I like BPC 157. BPC 157 is nice. Like it reduces inflammation. It also promotes gut healing because a lot of the inflammation issues actually start in the gut. So BPC 157 promotes the development of new blood vessels too, which helps bring circulation. It can help work on the gut barrier. So a lot of cool things about BPC 157, very powerful. And then we like to add KPV. So KPV is another powerful anti-inflammatory peptide stack. So BPC 157, KPV, LDN, and then of course your GLP-1. This is your powerhouse autoimmune stack. Don, does this work if you have thyroid issues? It does if we can fix your thyroid at the same time. So depending on what type of thyroid issue you're talking about, Don, I'm assuming you're talking about like a hypothyroid situation. So if you have a clinical hypothyroid, and this is why comprehensive lab testing is so crucial. Like we're checking your thyroid. We're checking free T3, free T4, reverse T3. So we're checking free T3, free T4, reverse T3, and TSH. So it's a comprehensive thyroid panel. We need to tell the difference between real clinical hypothyroid situation versus starvation mode, which is metabolic downregulation. So yes, if we can look at the thyroid at the same time and make the necessary changes and improvements there that we need to do, we can do pretty awesome. Kind of fit. I'm on tirzepatide, AOD, BPC 157. That's a great stack. What kind of results are you getting, and what's your long-term plan here? Any recommendations for fibromyalgia, pains all over my body? Yes. Fibromyalgia is awful, Paula. So the stack that I just went over, and then I would also stack in a carnivore diet. So GLP-1, low dose naltrexone. This is for fibromyalgia. This is for any autoimmune disease. Any autoimmune disease. GLP-1, low dose naltrexone, BPC 157, KPV, and then going on a carnivore diet. I think I've seen such amazing outcomes. What's our international program? So it's the same. It's our warrior coaching program. So if you guys are out of the country, but you're not getting any guidance, any support, you can work with my coaches and myself. It's all online. It's all virtual. We do a lot of our calls on Zoom. So, any internet connection, so Zoom and email support. And we do WhatsApp to reach out to you just to make those contacts. Kieran, I took a break for 3 weeks and I'm restarting at 2.5. It's not as effective. Is that normal? You have to understand there's a cumulative effect, right? So the medication builds over time. And so as the medication week by week is building, you start to feel a cumulative effect. So you absolutely need to give it a couple weeks. Sloop 332, John, is a pill. It is a pill. on carnivore diet, now lost 8 pounds, but I seem to have hit a wall. No loss in 3 weeks. Yeah, I mean, I would need a little bit more information about your overall protocol. I mean, carnivore diet on its own. How long have you been stalled? How's your sleep? How's your stress? And then we would possibly look at adding peptides too as well. Can you repeat the stack for fibro? Yes, this is the Autoimmune anti-inflammatory peptide stack. Good morning, everybody. If you just joined us, GLP-1 is very good for autoimmune disease. Low dose naltrexone, BPC 157, and KPV. These are powerful anti-inflammatory peptides. And then I would strongly encourage a carnivore-based diet. A carnivore-based diet will make a big improvement. It'll make a big deal. Can you take Benefiber every day on Zepbound? Sure, you could take fiber. Will the GLP-1 cause further hair loss? Potentially, if you are losing weight rapidly. See, it's the rapid weight loss that causes hair loss. It's not the GLP-1. Anytime you lose weight rapidly, that causes potential hair loss issues. Correct. It's a weight loss issue. It's more of a rapid weight loss issue. You know, there's a stress response in the body when you're losing weight naturally or rapidly. That I think also it's perpetuated and driven by it's a stress response. You know, if you're not getting enough protein in, you're not nourishing the body, right? I think that definitely creates an issue. Would Pilates be as good as weight training? I mean, look, Pilates is better than nothing. You know what I mean? Pilates is better than nothing. Is Pilates going to replace solid resistance training? Probably not. Guys, if you just joined us here this morning, welcome everybody. So my name is Dr. Jones. I have clinics that service across the nation, all 50 states. I work with my medical practitioners. They prescribe and I coach, just so you guys know and have a little bit of a better understanding of how it works. We prescribe the GLP-1s, the powerful peptides, Sloop 332, AOD 9604. These are very powerful fat mobilizing peptides. This makes it easier for you to get into deep rounds of fasting so that you can fix your insulin resistance. My goal for you guys, if you're in my program, is to help you achieve microdosing maintenance. My goal is to help you achieve microdosing maintenance. The only way we're going to do that is by fixing metabolic health issues. The only way we're going to do that is by fixing metabolic health issues. That's how it works. So, and we do this through a combination of fixing your body and strengthening the mindset. So I want to let you guys know how you can reach out to me or my team. This number right here, 229-441-3562. This is the best number to reach out to my team. So all you got to do is shoot us a text message. I'll go over the YouTube videos in a second, Karan. All you got to do is shoot us a text message if you want to work with me or my team. Work with me directly, work with my coaches. Whatever you guys want to do, we're here to help. 229-441-3562. And you'll get a free consult with my team. They're going to go over your history. They're going to go over a plan. They're going to go over costs. They're going to let you know what that looks like. And if you guys want to work with me, I'm here and I'm ready to help you kick some ass. That's what we're here to do. Maintenance, microdosing maintenance. That's the big picture here. So, and by the way, if you're not already following me on YouTube, you should go to YouTube right now because we put out 4 videos a week. We just put out a video yesterday about, was it yesterday? No, it was on Tuesday about GHK copper. Tomorrow we're posting a video about, is tomorrow fasting or is tomorrow my weight loss? Today we're going to post my weight. Actually, today's video is interesting. This is my weight loss journey. So, I lost 100 pounds and I struggled for a decade to maintain. So today's video is going to be all about my personal weight loss journey, kind of how that whole thing unraveled. And then Saturday, we're going to post a video about fasting. Should you fast on GLP-1 medications? How do you approach fasting on GLP-1 meds? We get asked this question all the time. So go to YouTube right now, type in Dr. Jones DC, follow us, turn on the notifications so that you guys get notified every time I go live. Kelly, what is the cost of the consultation? So the consultation is completely free, guys. I really do want to give you guys a free opportunity to speak to my staff and get your questions answered, get a better idea of what the program entails, and then make a decision. Make a decision if you're ready to roll or if you're not. It's totally fine. Can these peptides be combined into one shot for fast fat loss? So the sloop is a pill. The AOD troche is a troche. So there's no injections. What's the moment that made you realize you've grown as a person? I don't know, man. Or there's a lot of things. Kieran, I can't. I'm glad that you're excited for the fasting one. Yeah, I think a lot of people have been asking me for the fasting one. So we're going to, over the next couple weeks, we're going to be doing a video on every major topic. So we're going to do fasting. We're going to do keto diet. We're going to do resistance training. We're going to do stress management, sleep optimization, the whole 9 yards. Can peptides heal the thyroid? I mean, there is no specific thyroid healing peptide. There are peptides. I know, Kiran. Yeah, I tend to butcher names. I apologize. But so there is no peptide specifically for the thyroid. If you need thyroid support, then you probably need a prescription of thyroid hormone. And that's, we offer that. We offer the thyroid hormone to make sure, you want to make sure that your body's hormone levels are in balance. Like, you're going to struggle to lose weight if you don't have thyroid hormone. That's how that works. But what kind of peptides can help the thyroid balance out? Reducing inflammation. Reducing inflammation is crucial. Do you release the videos every week, the same day of the week? Yeah. Usually we're doing 4 videos a week on YouTube. So Monday, Wednesday, Friday, weekends. Usually Monday, Wednesday, Friday, weekends is the posting schedule on YouTube, guys. So again, make sure you go to YouTube, follow us, turn on that notification. And if you guys like my short format videos, if you like the condensed content, then definitely follow us on TikTok. TikTok is the best place to get like 60, 90 second videos where I try to consolidate the educational information as much as I can. Do you recommend and offer KPV for skin? Well, KPV is for gut health and inflammation, and it can help skin autoimmune issues. So can low-dose naltrexone, so can BPC 157. So usually a combination of all of the above is how I would recommend approaching this. Um, hey, Perry, 616. Top of the morning to you. Best time to take GHK copper, any time of the day. Any time of the day is totally fine to take GHK copper. You could take it in the morning just to have like a habit, consistency there. If I had a hormone testing and my OB doesn't think I need HRT, would your doctors review the results and possibly prescribe hormones? Yes. So, guys, hormone therapy, getting your hormones balanced, is massively important if you need it. If your hormone levels are low, if your hormone levels are suboptimal, and your doctor's not even concerned about hormones, then honestly, that's a whole nother problem. Unfortunately, many doctors are not concerned about hormone therapy and about balancing hormones and the difference that it makes in your health. It makes a massive difference. And so I would strongly encourage you to get your hormones checked. We do work with all 50 states, men and women, balancing your hormones out. This makes a big difference. What is the best time to take Sloop? In the morning, first thing in the morning, you're fasted, you pop your AOD, you pop your Sloop 332. Sloop 332 and AOD make it easier for you to burn fat when you're fasting. This is a big deal if you are, if you have like PCOS, if you're in menopause, your body struggles to burn fat. When you're in PCOS or menopause, your body struggles to burn fat. And so these peptides, they help make it easier. What are the symptoms of hormones being off? Well, if you're a woman, we're talking, if you're perimenopause, menopause, the big one, and a lot of you ladies know this because you're living it right now, night sweats and hot flashes. So night sweats, hot flashes, sleep disturbances, weight gain, belly fat, tiredness, brain fog. These are the big changes that happen. Your skin, this is a huge one for ladies. As estrogen levels start to decline, your skin health takes a massive, massive turn for the worse. Estrogen is what helps keep your skin healthy. This is one of the many things that helps. And then of course, testosterone. Testosterone are like testosterone specific symptoms: tiredness, brain fog, lower motivation, lower confidence, lower sex drive, less responsiveness to the gym and workouts. That's kind of what's happening there. By fasting, do you mean a full day or intermittent fasting? So I mean intermittent fasting on the daily and then therapeutic fasting on a weekly basis. So daily intermittent fasting and weekly therapeutic fasting. You're welcome, Christina. Celia, this is why you need to get your blood levels checked. This is why we would need to check your blood levels, and we would need to dive into this. We got 2 calls tonight. All right. 3 and 4. Okay. All right, guys. I am going to, let's see. We got some people coming in here. I'm gonna hop off, but before I do, I wanted to let you guys know how you can reach out to my team. Again, if you're not following me on YouTube already, get your butt to YouTube. Type in Dr. Jones DC on my YouTube page. Give us a follow, turn on the notifications. We're putting out 4 videos Well, Jeremy, that's not nice. Jeremy rolled out of the wrong side of the bed today, and Jeremy's a little cranky right now. I don't know why Jeremy's so cranky. But anyways, make sure you're following us on YouTube. Turn on your notifications, and that bell. That way you guys can get notified every single time I do post my videos. And also, if you guys are tired of doing this alone, if you want guidance, if you want support, if you want some structure, give us a text message. Shoot us a text message right here, guys, 229-441-3562. That number again, 229-441-3562. Let them know that you spoke to me or that you saw me live and that you want to get set up on a free consultation. You should get an automatic response. They're going to go over your plan. They're going to go over your history. They're going to go over your goals, and they're going to help make a recommendation and set you up for long-term success. That's what it's all about, guys. That's what it's all about. And yeah, we're here to help you guys crush it. You know, this is something that the greatest of the greats always have coaches. The greatest of the greats always have help. If you think you're doing great on your own, fantastic. Keep rocking it. Keep watching my videos. Keep learning. And we're here to support you. But if you're ready to make that next level progress, if you like the idea of being set up for success long term, then that's what we're going to help you do. Hey, John, I will be back tomorrow morning. I'll be back tomorrow morning. All right, bye, everybody.